Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing good. Tonight at Solid Rock, I want to share quickly my opinion, not my opinion, a thought about the stages that we are in, um, especially physically in the lockdown, but also how God showed me how it goes back into our personal life also. So before I start, I want to share scripture with you guys in Proverbs 3, verse 5 to 7. It goes like this: Trust in the Lord completely and do not rely on your own opinions. With all your heart, rely on Him to guide you, and He will lead you in every decision you make. Become intimate with Him in whatever you do, and He will lead you wherever you go. Don't think for a moment that you know it all, for wisdom comes when you adore Him with undivided devotion and avoid everything that's wrong. So, as you guys knew, Wolfish Bay went into lockdown, into stage 1 last week, and we were very disappointed. Mainly because we had plans for stage 3. And that is the one thing that we always do, is we make future plans, relying on our own opinions, and we do it as if we know it all. And especially in this time that everything is so uncertain, we tend to still be selfish and make choices out of selfish reasons. And that's the thing that God showed me, is that many times we are not ready for the next stage. And we tend to believe that we are, and then we rush, and then we get hurt. And we tend to do life in our own momentum and not God's momentum. And that makes life very dangerous for us. And there's so much consequences behind every choice that we make, every plan that we make. And that's the thing that God showed me, was that we tend to see the benefits of the next stage, but not the threats. I repeat this: we tend to see the benefits of the next stage, but not the threats. We don't see life in a bigger picture. We see this box about, which is surrounded by our own opinions and our own needs and wants and desires. And God sees the bigger picture. He sees what's in the next stage. And He also sees our hearts, if we are prepared for the next stage. Many times we come to a point where He says, wait, just take a step back and ask yourself, am I prepared for what is coming next? Yeah, I might think so because it's the rational next stage in my life. But am I really ready for it? Am I prepared for it? And what is my expectation in the next stage in my life? What is the expectation that I have in my heart? Is it a selfish expectation, or is it the expectation to glorify God? And as a young person, as teenagers, you guys tend to want to rush through teenage life, going to adulthood. And I promise you, as much as it looks like a beautiful picture, it's tough. So take the time that you have as a teenager, as a child, and make the most of it. Learn the lessons that you need to learn. Prepare yourself for what's coming next. And as an adult, don't just make the choices because you think you have to. Don't just take the next step because you think it's the most rational next stage for your life. If you're not ready, don't do it. If you feel that you can, rely on God to guide you in it. Just as Wolfish Bay had to go back to stage 1, it's because it was dangerous for us to go to stage 3. And we need to go back to stage 1 to just sit back and realize that God is providing and is protecting. And we need to enjoy that waiting stage and make the most of it. So that's a thought for this week, guys. Is check what stage that you are and make the most of that stage. And check your heart if you are ready for the next stage. What is your motive for that, to take the next step? And if it's selfish, stand back, because God's hand is not with you. But if He says take the next step, go with Him, move in His momentum. So I love you guys. Be safe. I pray that God will keep you safe, and that He will guide you and live and go read Proverbs 3 verse 5 to 6. Love you guys. Be blessed.